2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm done.
I don't know if this is satire. You should go watch the whole thing. I can't tell it because the family member that's like off to the side of this guy is laughing. She's like turning at times, trying not to laugh, because he goes into this sob story about how he lost his job at USAID because of Elon Musk, and so he's done with Trump. But what's really telling is in the comment section, because everybody's laughing and saying, oh yeah, this is Grammy Award winning, you know. But so I don't know if he's just satire, but look, we're done with this. They've already stripped the USAID's name off the building. They've stripped the emblem from it. And look, liberals, that's just the start of it. We're done. The American people are done living under the Roman Empire. Like, I see people, especially today, posting, I not only want all my taxes back, I want it back with interest. Nobody signed up to have our money go to every other country so you can do gender studies or so that you can do this animal testing. Yeah, everybody, you know, for years, trust the science. Yeah, what a bunch of bullshit that is. Because if you went, I posted a couple of these videos. I know that they're hard for people, but, you know, if you can't, you know, just move on if you can't handle it. But there's a reason. You see the beagle here? See the beagle? And I know people probably didn't recognize it, but he has a dog too. He's holding the leash. The dog is obviously on the floor. And it's important because people need to realize they weren't just, you know, everybody thought, oh, the science just uses mice. No, I've done video, they use monkeys. These people are psychopaths. And yet we're told under this deceptive world all our lives that trust the science. Yeah, trust it after you go listen to what he says the science has been doing. Anthony Fauci spending, and it's not just him, it's something that's carried on. But nobody could do the things. I mean, if you're somebody that has a conscience, you couldn't do this stuff. And yet he says there's nothing productive that comes out of this. There isn't. This is just to hurt something, an innocent animal. So I put a couple of these videos up. I know they're hard to listen to. And I know a couple of people said that, but it's necessary, you know, because this is the reason we're done with this. So for the liberals, if this is a real video that I stitched and this guy's really all upset, and get over it, because this is just the beginning of what's going to get stripped. The American people are done sending our money to stuff that hurts innocent animals. I mean, you know, and there's a reason there's a beagle here. I don't know if CNN ever covered it, but a few years ago it did come out about what NIH was doing to beagles. It's torture what they do to these animals. It's heartbreaking. It's torturous. That's why people can't handle it. You know, I mean, you know, having some dogs that you're putting in mesh cages on their face and then subjecting them to a bunch of biting flies. And like you said, there's nothing that comes from that. Nothing except a psychopath that has 25 letters after his name that came out of Harvard. And yet we in America sit there and go, well, they're the expert. That's who we should trust. And that's how deceived so many people have been. It's horrendous. Horrendous what they've done to every type of creature, every innocent ant. I mean, it's horrible, just horrible. And those beagles, that story that came out many years ago, they did find homes for those beagles they were able to save from the research. But see, most people think, oh no, these university schools that have these science departments and stuff that have these, you know, these departments that are holding all these animals. You think, oh, it's just mice. No, it's not. It's not. I mean, he talked about kitten cannibalism. Like, normal people are not okay with that. Normal people that have a conscience aren't okay with that. But again, it goes back, that's that age of enlightenment. Oh, see, no, you're not enlightened. Look at what you do to innocent animals. And yet, you'd get some liberal that'd say, well, it's all in the name of science and research. Shut up. Shut up, because that's where the American people are. We're done. This USAID getting stripped and dismantled, it's just the beginning of a long laundry list of ones that are going to go. We're done living under the Roman Empire. We're done. We're so done with it that people literally are saying, no, I want all my taxes that you took from me back, and I want interest for it because I didn't sign on to sending money to India to do gender studies on pets. That's the other thing. Gender studies on pets. Here's another picture. You can see the beagle. You can tell the beagle's often looking down. So there's a dog down there. That guy's holding a leash. So it was important to, put the beagle in there because we already know from 3 years ago, I think it was, that the amount of torture Anthony Fauci was giving money-wise to these different places to do this to these innocent animals. That kitten cannibalism, that is literally a psychopath. I couldn't even stand there and justify that kind of that's not research, that's sickness. That's sick. Yet Anthony Fauci, and it was going on before him, people, can blame him because he's been heading up NIH for the past 40 years. But look, I'm telling you, it's gone on before then. It just gets worse. And we're not told about it. Instead, our sick media says you should trust the science. Yeah, and look. So they did the beagle puppies, or the beagles, I don't know if they were puppies, but the beagles that they saved from Anthony Fauci's research that he was spending $200 million on to different places, they were able to find homes for those beagles. So that, I'm sure that's why there's the beagle in the back. Yeah, because it's important for people to realize just how sick the science has been. So regardless, whether this video I stitched is satire or not, we're done with it. So if you lost your job because of Elon Musk, because of USAID getting dismantled, well, too bad. Get over it. Get the Kleenex out. We're not going to feel bad because get ready for a whole bunch more to come down. We're done with it. We're done with our money going to all this sick shit. It's nothing Americans signed on for.